I'm going to walk you through the JGA 5-step listing process. You already know the first one, but I'll remind you. Number 1, you pre-qualify 100% of the people 100% of the time. We've talked about that. Number 2, you mail, deliver, send, email, however you can get it to them, a pre-listing package that includes the following. A copy of your list of references. Now, if you've never been in the business, you don't have any reviews online, on Zillow, you don't have anyone that's recommended you, okay, but you do have a previous profession or you do have a previous employer where you can get a list of references from. If you've been in the business, you can ask your customers or your clients to say nice things about you, to share about their experience. Something that you can put together, a brag list, a brag sheet, if you will. Next, a copy of your plan of action. Fortunately, we provide this for you. With all the money that we spend on marketing, we've got a state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line plan of action that we present to both buyers and sellers, and it will help you get more listing contracts signed. It's everything we do from start to finish to sell their home. Next, a completed market analysis. Why not send them an idea of what homes are selling for in their neighborhood? If they get in advance and they have a problem with the prices, they'll call you and say, hey, I don't like these comps that you sent over. I'm not liking this price that homes are selling for in the neighborhood. Well, hello, if I know that in advance, then I can address that when I get there. And I may decide, based on that phone call, I may decide not to go on that appointment. We may be so far off on price because I sent them the prices in advance, because I gave them an opportunity to pick up the phone and call me and discuss what they like or don't like about the price. I can handle that either on the phone or in person. But remember, if it's a big deal, we're handling it in person. So glad you brought that up. It's going to be one of the first things we talk about when I come out. If it's a small thing, it can be handled over the phone, fine. But for the most part, you don't want to get into too much of a pricing discussion over the phone. You will lose them. Next, why not send them a completed net sheet? If I ask them the questions in the pre-qual script, I can get an idea of what they owe. And they can get an idea of what their check will be at closing. And they can get an idea of what we charge. Oh my gosh, I saw this, I saw that you want to charge us 6% commission. We have a problem with that. Okay, no problem. That'll be one of the first things we talk about when I come out. Well, someone else said they do it for 5. Will you match them? You know what? I haven't seen your house yet. That's a great question. That'll be one of the first things we talk about. And I'm making a note of that. I'm not handling it over the phone. Next, a copy of our contract. In the pre-listing package, why not send them out a copy of the contract so that way if there's any questions that they have or any objections that they have, they can bring them out in advance. And oh, by the way, 1 out of 10 will show up, you'll open the door and they'll hand you a signed contract because they already know about our company, they already know and trust you, and they want to work with you. Finally, a seller's disclosure statements with a sticker that says, please review, fill out, and sign prior to our appointment. See, if you send them those in advance, then you're not sitting there for 15 or 20 minutes while they fill them out at the house. And if there's an issue with the house, they'll tell you because the seller's disclosure statement prompted that question. Well, it asked us if we had water in our basement and we have a little issue. Okay, well that could affect the home's value. Do you think you'd be better on the price if you knew that in advance or after you set the price? Of course, if you knew it in advance. That's why we send it in advance. Next point. Call back and then remind them of your appointment and ask if they've had a chance to review the package. We're not calling them to confirm. See, when you call to confirm appointment, you're giving someone an out. You're giving them an option to say, you know what, I'm glad you called. Can we reschedule this? See, there's a big difference between calling to confirm and calling to remind. When you call to remind, it's like saying, I'm coming regardless, I'm just letting you know. When you call to confirm, it's like saying, hey, we were planning on coming, but if you need to reschedule, we're okay with that. And that's why we're calling to confirm. So never call to confirm, call to remind and ask them if they've had a chance to review the package. Why do we ask them if they've had a chance to review the package? We do that because that's their opportunity for them to give you objections before you get there. And if they tell you, no, I'm sorry, I haven't, oh, well, did you receive it? It should have came in the mail. Or, oh, did you not get it in your inbox? Oh, no, we received it. We just haven't had a chance to open it yet. Great. If you wouldn't mind, before I get there, if you could have a chance to review it, there's many important things in there that you need to see prior to our appointment. Fair enough? So I'm making sure that they go through it before I get there. I want them to be pre-sold on me. I want them to know, okay, I think we're going to sign with this person. I think we're going to sign with this guy before he even gets there. And that pre-listing package is designed to pre-sell me. Next, in the 5-step listing process. So just to recap, step number 1, we pre-qualify 100% of the prospects 100% of the time. Step number 2, mail or deliver or email, get to them somehow, a pre-listing package, which includes those items which I gave you. Number 3, you're calling back and reminding them of the appointment. Number 4, you're showing up physically, mentally, and emotionally. And remember, it's showtime. You're on stage. It's your show. It's a performance. Doesn't matter what happens to you on the way in. You have to give it your all. Because if you don't give it your all, chances are someone else will. Finally, number 5, use the presentation script verbatim. We're going to walk you through the Jeff Glover & Associates presentation script so you know exactly what to say in every situation.